Right, hello everybody. So we're going to be playing some more Stalker Call of Chernobyl today. I'm going to play it this time as a mercenary, but what I'm going to do is obviously give myself some better starting equipment than what it gives me, because otherwise there's going to be lots of time spent on the stream without much going on. So let's just open that. Now, I'm not going to give myself anything too overpowered. What I will probably do is give myself a rifle that's decent. As much as it isn't a massively decent rifle, we'll have the L85. I'll get an ACOG scope for that. And I'll give myself a couple of boxes of ammo and then some armour. Oh, obviously a couple of bandages, anti-rad and medkits, because otherwise I'm screwed if I get shot. And let's have a look at outfits. Alright, cool, here we go. So, put that on. And now all of a sudden I have much better equipment. So I got 100 rounds for the M1911 and 90 rounds for the L85A2. Actually, I've got 120 because there's already some rounds in it, but let's put the ACOG on it. Yeah, I only just started this stream, Mike. As in question, what's the best Swiss Army knife? Whoever asked that. Totally depends what you want it for. I like the sort of slimline Swiss Army knives that don't have much on them. But if you're somebody that obviously wants loads and loads of attachments, then you'll want to get one of the bigger ones. I've got a hiker myself, but it's totally down to what you actually want to use the Swiss Army knife for. Yeah, this is a bit of a weird time for a stream, Tuesday in the evening. I just thought because I got a bit of spare time I'd actually do one. I know the Swiss Army actually does use Victorinox knives, but I don't know if the actual Swiss Army knives, as you think of them, are used by the Swiss Army. It's called a Chernobyl. Oh, there's a pseudo-giant. Right, I don't want to really fight that with my current equipment. Look, oh, there's two of them. Great. The issue is I don't have anything particularly heavy ordnance at the moment. They have that really annoying stomp thing where it stops you from running. Now hopefully there's enough guys here shooting at them that they'll actually be able to kill them. Because you generally need like grenade launchers and RPGs to kill pseudo-giants effectively. I don't have a Victorinox cadet, so I don't know exactly what's on it. Just look for one that has the attachments you want. All Victorinox knives are actually pretty decent. So look for the things you'd personally want in the knife and then get one with those. Oh crap. Oh, didn't last long, did it? Right, let's load that save up again, and then what I'll do this time is I'll actually not run out that way, I'll go a different way. If you're on about should you buy all free Stalker games, if they're in a bundle for a good price, it's worth it. But it's obviously up to you. Right, let's go out the front door this time. Wow, as much as there is a front door here. I've got an FX 9590 as the processor, an RX 480 as the GPU, I think 16 gigs of RAM, DDR3. But it's good enough for what I want. I haven't found a game yet it can't play, at least, you know, not on medium settings or whatever. Most things it can run on full at 1080p. Got no plans at all at going 4K at the moment, seeing as most games don't support 4K properly, and 4K TVs are really overpriced for the most part. When that becomes a more standard thing, I might think about it, but I generally don't upgrade hardware till it breaks. And most new games I've found to be quite crap anyway, so I haven't got much incentive to upgrade, to be honest. Right, I might go to the sawmill and shoot all the zombies. That's completely northwest, so that'll be this way. Yep. I'll keep just quick saving every now and again because it's Stalker, so I'm either going to encounter a crash or just randomly die. It depends totally on the quality of the fake. I've got a fake Swiss Army knife, and the knives in it are crap, but all the other attachments are good. So if you want it for a knife, it's crap. If you wanted like a really cheap multi-tool, it's alright, but that's obviously going to be on the things. There's also like German army knives, aren't there, and a few others which are alright, but they're not Victorinox ones. But when everybody says Swiss Army knife, they mean a Victorinox knife. The original Stalker was 2007. This one would be a bit later, but it's the Call of Chernobyl mod anyway, so it's not one of the official Stalker games. Take its handgun ammo. Bandage and a grenade. Yeah, do I want to sawn off? Not really. Now the pistol's in good condition, I'll take that and sell it. Well, alright condition. Not brilliant, but... Let's go see what was on those zombies I killed. Kalashnikov in alright condition. I'll take the rifle grenades and the vodka. Don't really need the ammo, do I? Otherwise I'll get in the habit of picking up loads of ammo I don't need and just completely weighing myself down. Oh, need to use a medkit. Yeah, I like the Amiga Man. That's one of my favourite Charlton Heston films. It's quite campy, but and it's the least accurate version of I Am Legend to the book, but to be honest it's the most fun. You've got like the Will Smith one that's also really inaccurate to the book and is quite boring in my opinion, and you have the Vincent Price one, The Last Man on Earth, which is pretty close to the book. So if you want one that's most accurate to the book, the Vincent Price one comes the closest, but it's still got a lot of differences. Then the Amiga Man's not close to the book at all, but it's at least fun to watch. I've got a few other military things, but nothing to the same scale as all the gas masks I've got, and the reason for that, as I say pretty much whenever I get asked in these streams, is just because gas masks are cheap to buy compared to lots of other militaria. I wouldn't mind collecting bayonets, but it's very few and far between you actually get the chances to get a lot of the decent bayonets. This mod, like the official Stalker games, are all single player story based games, yeah. As for this, not really, because this is sort of an open world sort of free play mod. As for somebody who keeps asking, do I do airsoft, I get asked that in every stream. I do it more often if there was a site close to me, which did events more often, is the answer to that pretty much. How does the M16A2 stats compare to the L85? Oh, it's better in every way, it's just this one's in bad condition, so what I'll do is I'll keep this on me when I get to a repair guy. I'll get it repaired and then I'll swap it from the L85. Loads of hours, I don't know. Stalker's just one of those games that's really easy to get into and play. At least I find that. Well, the Mickey Mouse, American Mickey Mouse gas mask, the rarest gas mask in the world, so I'd say that, but then I wouldn't want that because I'd probably manage to, like, destroy it and, you know, wipe out a oh no, not the pseudo giants again. Wipe out a very rare collector's item, so almost fell down there. Yeah, the whole thing of I Am Legend gets lost in all of the actual versions of it. Again, the Vincent Price one does come the closest. You can find the whole thing on YouTube, Mike, because it's a public domain film. There's both the colour one and the black and white one, but I think, although obviously it's easier to tell what's going on in colour, I think it's spookier in black and white, because obviously you get the higher contrast between shadows and everything. It's like watching Night of the Living Dead in colour, it kind of seems less creepy. Right, I'll put this on semi for the time being. There's not a burst, is there, on the L85? No. Right, so let's sneak around here and take out all the zombies. Got my 1911 for close range. Now, as I said loads of times, I don't browse K much. Same with a lot of these other sort of, similar to a lot of the Reddits. It's because obviously it's full of a lot of Dunning-Kruger type stuff, and there's only so many times you can read those without getting really bored. I've seen a lot of the memes though posted on my Discord channel, but I don't browse K much at all, no. It looks like there's 3 of them there. There we go. If lots of people are trying to ask questions in the stream, I won't be able to answer them because this isn't the Q&A stream. This is just playing Stalker. When it's very quick to answer questions, if I notice them, I can sort of answer those, but not things like this. If you're answering, like, what would you do in a sort of survival scenario, blah 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 blah, I won't be able to answer that because obviously I'm concentrating on playing the game. If you're still watching, Mike, I think I saw Michael Myers again last night, and he scared the crap out of me because he was sitting in the dark, just sitting on a bench, staring forwards. I managed to just about get him on the infrared, but I was not expecting him there. Oh, there we go, I'm dead. I've said it in one of my videos about Meet the Bandits, but I don't think many people know, but it wasn't a channel it wasn't entirely my channel, I just did a few videos on it. Alright, let's try this again then. As I said, it's dangerous for me to try and keep reading the comments on the chat, because then I'll get shot when a zombie comes around the corner. I sometimes play around with night vision and go for walks sort of in the bit of woodland that's near me, and some sort of hedgerows and stuff like that. And Mike, who's a weapon collector, said there's a bloke that looks like Michael Myers because he has a really funny walk. To me it looks like he shit himself, but he's a weird bloke who always hangs around there. He might have a legitimate reason for it, I don't know, but I've bumped into him quite a few times there when he's always, you know, acting a bit suspicious. So, yeah, I've played pretty much all the Far Cry games except for Far Cry 5. Ones on Xbox 360 are actually quite good. Oh, it was like the 2 Far Cry games on the original Xbox, isn't it? They ported to 360. Yeah, well, I suppose I would be able to run away from him quite well, wouldn't I, Mike? Because he only walks, but then he always catches up with the people even though he walks. But I suppose what I have to do is not repeatedly fall over and then spend ages trying to get up again like they do in horror films. Oh no, there's another pseudo-giant just prowling around here. Take all that. Some grenades. Yep, they're good. You can get all the Stalker games on Steam. They might be on Green Man Gaming and a few other places as well. Or you can find a disc copy of them still, probably on Amazon and stuff. But when you get them on Steam, they're only like, if you get them on a sale, it's often about $5 for all 3 of the Stalker games. I haven't even explained what mods I'm using, but it's just Call of Chernobyl with Arsenal Overhaul on. That's the gun mod, and a few other mods. I explained that in the last stream I did. The main thing I'm using that makes the game a lot more fun is a really high damage mod, so I do roughly the same damage to NPCs that they do back to me. For some reason, when you install Arsenal Overhaul in this game, it really breaks the... Right, you can't do much damage to me there, so can I... have a grenade? Oh, it landed on the roof, that one. They're stuck on each other. Right, that sounds good, Mike. I normally watch all your videos anyway, within about a day of you putting them up, but yeah, I'll check that out when it's up. Let's see if the Hydra shock ammo kills these faster. I mean, what I really need is a good shotgun or a grenade launcher, but Call of Pripyat's my favourite of the Stalker games because it works the best out of the box. I mean, at least they're stuck on each other now and not doing anything, but... Oh, let's deal with him. Oh, crap. It's annoying I don't actually have, I should have picked up one of those AKs just to spam at them. This is one of the problems as well, is the mod that increases the damage doesn't increase the damage to mutants, so it just becomes a bit tedious. So let's deal with these, shall we, in a fun way. See, even an RPG doesn't kill them in one hit. I think you can shoot the crows, yeah, if you're a good enough shot. Of course, I'm missing them now. I'm trying to do it. I'm pretty sure you can do it though. Alright, I better deal with the pseudo giant first because he's going to kill me otherwise. Then I'll see if I can hit a crow. Oh, there's another zombie. That's Arsenal Overhaul that has all the realistic guns on it. Now I've nearly run this out of ammo as well. Problem with these pseudo giants. Obviously I don't have a spare RPG for that, I'll just drop it. I'll tell you what, I'll just give myself the underbarrel launcher for the what's it? Yeah, obviously it's nice having quite a few subscribers. Right, let's use the M16. Put this on it. Now, I'm trying to remember what the button is to load the rifle grenades, because there's an actual button for it, isn't there? V, that's it. Right. Oh, I need to load one in first. Okay, that would help. Finally, there we go. I've got no more of those left, but at least that works. Right, even though this is in bad condition, I'll use this for now. Yeah, there's a couple of gas masks in it, not many. There's the PBF, the one I've got on, the M40 type one. This is the one with the night vision built in. Yeah, Stalker isn't super realistic if that's what you're looking for. It's just quite a good sort of semi-realistic, because there's obviously like mutants and stuff. What was that, Sega? Oh yeah, Sega 12. Right, this will be good when I get this upgraded. I'll actually have a decent semi-auto shotgun. Right, let's see what's on these guys. If there's anything worth looting. Is that all of them? Yeah. I have a feeling there might still be a stash here in like a drawer somewhere, so let's see if I can find that before I leave this place. Obviously I found that big one in the attic, but there might be some more somewhere else. Let's see it. As for the person asking about why I collect gas masks, I said earlier, because it's some of the cheapest militaria you can actually collect, and they're kind of interesting. Obviously, if I was in the US, I'd try and buy a different rifle every now and then, but I'm not in the US, so... I've actually got... Is this a weapon repair kit? Yeah. I can actually at least do like a couple of repairs on these, can't I? I won't be able to do full repairs because... Oop, dropped it. I can't repair either of those anymore. Yeah, if I was somehow able to get an instant American citizenship, visa, plane ticket, everything, and some starting money, assuming I'd be able to get myself a job and everything when I got there, of course. That was like a no-brainer for me. Anyway. Let's head over to Skadorsk, or whatever it's called. Skadorsk won't be going anywhere for sure. Anyway, and then I'll get my guns upgraded. Oh, is that bloodsuckers over there? Oh no, it's the Islams, isn't it? The fractures. Let's kill him with a shotgun. Yeah, I kind of think in this game, because you can have a shotgun in one slot and a rifle in the other, if you're not using an assault rifle and shotgun combination, you're playing the game wrong. Just because of how much damage the shotguns do at close range. You know, they're brilliant for killing mutants. Of course, I keep wearing myself out really quickly now because I've got so much equipment on. Oh, I've got some energy drinks, huh? But again, even with the energy drink, I'm still draining my stamina really quickly because of just the amount of equipment I'm carrying. I don't have too far to go, at least. Yeah, if you're interested, I did a video on the masks in Stalker, where I sort of tried to identify them to what the closest masks are. There are some that pretty much are real masks, and then there's lots of others which are like, they've looked at a mask and then said we need to change it. Oh. I know the tree isn't really cover, but there we go. It's a good thing they're zombies shooting and they don't shoot accurately. Oh, he's got the Spaz 12. Right, what would I rather have? The Spaz 12 or this? I think probably the Sega I've got, so I'll just drop the Spaz 12. I don't know if I'm all that familiar with DCU Tricolor. I'd have to look it up, and I can't obviously look it up at the moment because I'm playing this. I'm going to finish my cup of tea before it's completely disgusting and cold. Yeah, you get radiation poisoning. You have to cure it either by drinking vodka or taking anti-radiation stuff. If you're wearing good protective gear and gas masks, you get radiation poisoning slower. But in this, you have to kind of walk into radioactive areas. You don't randomly get irradiated. When you're irradiated, it just slowly drains your health. Right, I haven't got much you'll buy at all. For which Stalker's the best, I personally prefer Call of Pripyat, but it's completely personal preference. A lot of people tell you Shadow of Chernobyl because it was the first one. Right, let's buy some ammo now. Buy all that buckshot. And does he have 5.56? Yeah, only 30 rounds though of SS-109, but that'll do. Oh, he'll buy the PDAs, won't he? This is the guy I want to see. Right, let's get all the repairs done on here. Right, I'll upgrade the body armor before anything else because that's sort of essential to upgrade body armor. I'll obviously run my money down pretty quickly, but all the guns with the damage model are pretty good at stock. Yeah, reduce the weight. I'll get the energy recovery upgrade. Right, that's pretty much all my money spent on that. Can't afford anything else it seems other than one of these. We'll get the weight reduction thing for the shotgun. Right, that's all my money gone. Yeah, everything's fully repaired for the people saying repair stuff. Right, is there anything I can put in here I really don't need? I think random people might buy those for me, so I'll keep them on me for now. But I'll put a couple of the vodkas in there. Got the anti-radiation drugs, so I'll put all of them in there but one. And I'll eat some of the food. There we go. Thanks for everybody saying they enjoyed the videos, but obviously at the moment, as I said, because I'm playing a game, I can't keep reading the chat non-stop. Stalker games should run fine as long as your PC's okay. I mean, Stalker games are always buggy, and they're not well optimised at all. You've kind of got the problem with Stalker, which lots of people say to me, they're like, it's running at about 120 FPS now, but people are going, well, why does your frame rate drop in Stalker? My PC can play it fine, which is a lie, because if you've got the, it's the exclusion radius thing for how the NPCs spawn in. The more stuff going on in Stalker at once. Oh, crap, I forgot I need to reload the guns after having them upgraded. Is that how the AI spawns in? If you're in a busy area of the game, your frame rate will always tank regardless because of how the game works. But of course there's people who like to pretend that they've got some sort of PC that can run these without any sort of FPS drops in the max settings, which is never going to happen because it's only optimised for a single core processor. Right, my phone's turned itself off on the screensaver mode, so let me load the chat back up. Oh, if you're watching this, can you like the video, please? Because I've seen almost nobody's bothered liking it, and I think that helps other people see it if they like the video. If my first real firearm within reason would be a Ruger 1022, because you could actually practice shooting it cheaply, and they're quite cheap to buy and good rifles for the price. Cheers, Mike. Yeah, it's just, it helps. I think people never think to do it when they're watching. Most people do it on my regular videos, but I've noticed on live streams very few people like them. So thank you if you do go and like it. He caught me by surprise. Right, let's use the medkit. I think there's something else in there by the look of it. What's that? Oh, it's a dog. Okay. Oh, he's got another Sega. Okay. I'm going to switch this to semi rather than burst. Why would there have so many zombies in here then? I can't hear anything, so hopefully that was all of them. Did I pick up the AR? One of them dropped. Drop that. Unload and drop. I'll have to scope from that. What variant? That's normal AK. Okay, don't need ammo from that. Oh, who's that? Oh, he's not friendly. Apparently had brilliant reputation while he's dead now. Should I take the I'll take the Nagant, even though I really shouldn't be carting all this around with me. Right. Let's get to an elevated position somewhere and see if anybody else is around, because I seem to keep running into people in here for some reason. Oh yeah, I built the PC myself, if that's what you're asking, but it doesn't matter if you're, as long as your PC's decent spec, it doesn't actually matter if you built it yourself or it's a pre-built. I don't have any conventional grenades, that's annoying. Where is he going to come from? So I have freedom lurking around here then. This isn't the sort of place freedom would normally be. Right, let's see what he had on him. Apparently there's still something else around here because my map's just popped up to say 1. Let's unload that G36. Right, so where's that other guy then that's apparently around here? Because he's disappeared off my PDA again. So he's probably on this other side. Yeah, it's come back on. Right, let's hunt him down wherever he is. Disappeared again, so where's that? Unless it's just some NPC walking along the path down here somewhere or something. Yeah, it's popped back up now. There's another dead Freedom guy. Oh, he's got an M14. But it's the M14 where you can't change the scope, so it's useless for me because I don't want a battle rifle with a normal red dot on. Ah, it's a zombie over there. That was the one. Stalker easily over Fallout 4. I really like Fallout New Vegas though, but the Bethesda Fallout games I am not a fan of, as I've explained quite a few times, because they get a lot of the lore and all the other stuff wrong. But unfortunately I find it really hard to get into the old Fallout games, just because I find playing turn-based simulators, or whatever you want to call them, turn-based strategies, really sort of outdated and hard to play. I don't think Fallout 3 is an awful game, or Fallout 4 is an awful game. It's just compared to New Vegas, they are very, very cut down on all the skills and everything. I don't think there actually is a gas mask HUD on this, mate. Let me have a check, but I don't think you can have that on, unless it's one of these options here. We'll put hardcore AI aim on, but I'll probably regret that because I think that's where they're like 99% accurate. No, I don't think this, unless it shows up somewhere else, has a actual interactive hub. Some mods I know do the thing where the gas masks actually... Yeah, I obviously haven't installed that then. But yeah, I do know that some of the mods do have, you know, where it fogs up your vision when you've got a gas mask on, but this one doesn't do it. What's that over there then? Where's the boundary for the map so I can go to the next map? Okay, if I go up there, that's Chernobyl nuclear power plant. I'll get absolutely wrecked by Monolith if I go up there. I'll go south to Jupiter then. Just get the ex-police level 2 Kevlars because they work against some pistol rounds and they've got the anti-stab layer on. I mean, the problem is, even if you went for like level 3A Kevlar or whatever it is, that still won't stop a rifle round. You need a plate carrier to stop rifle rounds, so... For practicality reasons, I just go with a slim-fitting level 2 Kevlar vest with a stab layer on it. That way you can use it for protection against, you know, like knives and handguns for the most part. And you can wear it under a coat and people won't notice you've got it on. Oh, the bridges are radiated. But yeah, there's not much up here, is there? Because you can't go under the bridge to get to the other side. Legally, like, openly carrying a knife or concealed carrying a knife on you for the most part is illegal, but it's not illegal to own them in your house. But the government's clamping down more and more on what type of knives you can own and all this, and there's lots of confusion with the new laws coming in, what they actually mean by certain things, because it's vaguely worded in legalese. I've still got a couple of PlayStation 1s and a Dreamcast somewhere. Dreamcast's interesting because you can burn your own discs and it'll actually play them. It's not got any copy protection on it. So you can actually download games that never even came out on the Dreamcast, where people have made them work for it. And then you can play them, which is quite cool. But yeah, I've still got a PS2. I've got a PS3 behind my PC screen, which I use every now and then. Cool, here we go. Ah, this looks a lot more like Stalker normally looks. Rainy and dreary. Alright, who's that there? That's a friendly person, apparently. Is that a merc? Yeah, it looks like a merc. Well, there's hostiles on the roof of that building. Who's up there, then? Is that Monolith? Right, he's down. Oh, there's a bloodsucker. Alright, cool, let's go investigate the cement works then. But again, it comes down to all the problems that if you're a criminal and your intent is to stab people or kill people or whatever, that you're not going to follow the law, are you? Because murder's a more serious offence than carrying a knife on you. So all this, oh, if we make the end of the knife round and you can't stab somebody with it, is sort of ridiculous, because obviously if somebody has bad intentions, they're going to do it anyway. It's like the whole gun-free zone in America, isn't it? If somebody wants to shoot everybody, they're not going to care. The sign says you can't carry a gun here. Right, this is the electric roof, so I'm going to stand around too much on the key. But is anybody else still around? People down there. What faction are they? Oh, they're bandits by the look of it. Tell you what, should we use this for him? Just for the fun of it. And that looks like zombies wandering down the road there, so... There we go. Yeah, there is food in this, so when I eat it, then that more plays into stamina. But lots of the mods do change it, so you need to eat to survive. Some of the mods add water and everything else as well, but normally in Stalker it's only food you have to eat to keep your stamina bar working properly, for like sprinting around. So it's more as a mechanic with yeah, there's gunfire coming in from somewhere. Where's that? Up there. Yeah, I really like ARMA 2. I wasn't such a fan of ARMA 3, but annoyingly I can't really stream ARMA, because the developer of that, what they called Bohemia Interactive, used to be, I don't know if they still are, but they used to be really funny about you streaming it or putting the videos on YouTube, because I got in trouble for some of the ARMA videos I put up, where apparently they want you to get written permission from them first to do videos, which is like a load of bullshit, and I can't be asked to do that. So, yeah. That's why I've never done streams of the ARMA games as much as I like the games. Unfortunately, the developers are very childish when it comes to, you know, their rules regarding doing YouTube videos of the games. Stalker's not very popular, to be honest, in the UK. The only Stalker game in the UK... Oh, shit, that was my fault. Other than... this one, well, Call of Pripyat, most of them, I think, other than buying on places like Amazon, you couldn't really get... I think some places did probably... Yeah, I think Shadow of Chernobyl did have a DVD release. But for the most part, most of the Stalker games weren't ones you could easily... Oh, look, the weather's fine because it's Stalker. But yeah, for the most part, the Stalker games are a bit odd in regards that... they've never had a massive sort of retail release here, but you can buy them on Steam and that and get hold of them no problem. Have you heard that thing they were saying, Mike, that even some sort of hidden blades and things like that are legal if you're using them? I think they're calling them stealth knives, whatever that means. But they were saying if you use a stealth knife for food preparation, and it becomes legal. There's loads of really stupid things with this new rules they're bringing in, that, you know, certain things can escape certain rules if they're used for certain things and whatever else. I mean, I can understand why. Obviously, if you're using it for a practical reason, it would be made exempt, but for some of the reasons, it is just a bit stupid. Oh, look at Lil. This guy had some really good loot on him. Look at all that. Right. What caliber's the Galil in? Is that a 5561? That's the 7.62 Nate. If that's got some ammo in it, let's just try it with the scope and see what it's like. Ah, I can't put an ACOG on it. It's a shame. The problem with this is, although it's got sort of a nice ammo load for it, you can't use it all that far away because it's only got the iron sight. Yeah, it is really strange, to be honest, how certain things get around the laws if they're used for certain things. But so I don't know why food preparation was one of the things they stressed. But that's just the way it is. Cap guns are perfectly legal. I've actually got a load of caps in my drawer. Blank firers are a bit more regulated than regular cap guns, but again, the rules are a bit iffy. But you can literally go on the UK Amazon and buy cap guns. Right, which is the real one? Oh, crap. Right, I'm going to head towards the train station, but I think the Freedom guys in there are all going to be hostile to me, but the neutral stalkers should be alright, so I'll just kill all the Freedom ones and they'll be fine. Muskets are totally legal here, but I think you actually need a license to get hold of black powder. But the issue is, even though you don't need a firearms license... Alright, let's try this out on them. There we go. That works well. But I'm not going to keep hold of this anyway. I'll unload it and drop it, because I've got enough other guns in my inventory, and there's a weight mechanic in this game. Yeah, so, like... There's also obsolete caliber guns as well, which confuses things even more. So certain guns you do not need a license for, even though they are firearms, and the ammunition isn't considered ammunition because it's an obsolete type of ammunition. So in theory, you can have certain types of rifles or revolvers with certain kinds of ammos, and they're perfectly legal to own because they're not classed as firearms by the law. But again, like with regards to muskets, although they're obsolete caliber and everything, some places won't sell you the musket unless you have a shotgun or a rifle license anyway, because they don't really, they don't want to get in trouble in case they sell it to somebody who's a bit dodgy. And again, you need a license for the actual black powder. But again, lots of these rules are really sort of knee-jerk and all over the place, so... Again, like, this law basically means that if you have enough money, you can get a Martini Henry rifle, you can get a load of ammo for the Martini Henry, and as far as I'm aware, that is not classed as a firearm, despite the fact it's obviously an old military rifle. So, yeah, all very odd, the rules. Alright, cheers, Rusky, if you like my content. Right, let's go shoot up a train station. It's irradiated, so I don't want to really take cover behind that car. Alright, is there any enemies outside the train station at the moment? No. Doesn't seem like many people are home at the moment. Alright, let's do a quick save here, because this is going to be some close quarters action now. Because the laws are made by politicians who want to pretend they're doing something and not actually do something. I feel bad for shooting Uncle Yar, because he's a pretty cool guy, but at least I get an SVD out of it. I didn't have any spare ammo. That's a shame. The demonetization thing really makes no sense. I've got lots of perfectly innocent videos where I never say anything offensive, and they can be demonetized, and I've got others I think are pushing it a bit, and they're, you know, considered fine by YouTube. There's not much logic to it. Oh, it's Putin. Right, is that everybody cleared out of here now? That was surprisingly easy. Sometimes there's like 30 guys in this train station. Right, all the other guys are the neutral ones, so that's good. Alright, let's have a swig of vodka to cure my radiation poisoning. And eat some bread. No, sadly I don't know if there's any shooting places that close to me. I think some of my friends started a thing mostly, but they're now using PCP air rifles, and if I was spending that kind of money, I'd actually want to be getting into proper rifle shooting. I've seen there's been a lot of Stalker rip-off games, but I've never really tried playing many of them. There's one I quite like called Next Day Survival, but that's a lot more of a DayZ type, you know, one of those sort of games. Right, he has unlimited money, doesn't he? Because he's a trader, so that means I can get rid of absolutely everything I don't want onto him. I'll get rid of all the armor-piercing ammo, because regular ammo is good enough. The SVD's not in great condition. But do I want to get the SVD repaired, or shall I keep Nagant? How much do they both weigh? Nagant's 4.11, SVD is 5. Let's just compare the stats quickly on them. So SVD is a bit more accurate and does a bit more damage. Yeah, I'll sell the Nagant and keep the SVD. Does he buy guns? Yeah, he does. Okay, good. Right, sell them off the Nagant, get 2k for that. That 2k will easily cover my repair job on the SVD. Might need to buy some more ammo though in a minute. Right, it's Putin, isn't it, in here, who does all the upgrades for, Thingamabob. No, I've got no interest in playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, especially because the developer keeps doing dodgy stuff non-stop. Oh. It's 22k to have this repaired. No thanks. So all of these other guns, it's like nothing, but the SVD is like, oh, it cost you 20,000 rubles, comrade, to repair your SVD. Alright, I'm just going to sell it then. Yeah, I get 9k for it by selling it. Right, let's flog off all that Nagant ammo. Right, let's buy some more buckshot if he's got buckshot for sale. Has he got buckshot for sale? Don't think he has. He hasn't got any 5.56 regular ammo either, has he? What a load of crap. But I've still got 2 alright rifles. Alright, thanks for the offer. I'll try and remember that if I'm around there. The thing is, wasn't Fortnite like originally some sort of zombie game, and then it wasn't very popular, and then they added like kill other players mode into it, and now it's suddenly really popular. I saw there's some stupid Fortnite dance thing that's becoming popular. Right, let's have the magazine capacity upgrade, the weight reduction, handling upgrade, recoil reduction, reliability. Right, still leaves me 17k, right. Muzzle velocity and accuracy upgrade, I always pick those over the increase the fire rate, because I normally use them semi-auto anyway. Right, reliability, accuracy, handling, another accuracy and muzzle velocity, increase one. Let's do the reliability one. Do I have enough money? Okay, yeah, let's go for the accuracy one again. Right, cool, I have a fully upgraded AR M16. Excellent. Right, cool. Right, I need to remember this time that I need to reload it. I'll do the stream for a bit longer if people are still interested in watching, because I've not got anything I actually need to do tonight that I've not already done. So it's not like the stream's going to overrun. Yeah, there is a place that does clay pigeon not too far from me, and I was meant to be going there at some point with somebody, and then they completely sort of broke off contact about doing it. The main reason I haven't gone for getting a shotgun is just I thought if I'm not really going to be shooting it very often, I don't really want to, you know, bother going for the gun license and everything. I know Section 2 isn't that hard to get, and then spending money on it. I think, to be honest, I'm more likely to buy another air rifle first, just because I'd quite like to get maybe a Weihrauch one, or another, like, really good Springer. FM12 has a drinking tube on it, the CT12 doesn't. That's basically it, in simple terms. So the CT12 is lighter, but the FM12 has a drinking tube. Not in my garden, unfortunately, because my neighbour will look over the fence. Sadly, no, I've not been to the USA, mate. It's one of the places I do want to go, so it's one of the things I will save up for eventually and go on a holiday and do some shooting over there. Because I have had some mates who went, I know it's one of the really overpriced ways of doing it, but they went to Vegas and did the thing where you could shoot fully auto AKs and ARs and everything. Cheers, Furious Ham. Yeah, so I will go to the States at some point, but I'll probably find some cheaper way of doing it than going to Vegas and paying like $30 to shoot one magazine worth from an AK or whatever it is. Right, can we find somewhere where there's something going on? So I can have another shootout, that would be good. Oh, there's a dog. Yeah, you know what I mean when I'm saying AR-15, I'm sort of saying AR platforms. Obviously M16s would have been the ones they shot. If they were the fully auto ones, they'd have to have been the really old ones as well, because I know it wasn't very long into the M16s, was it, with like the A1s or the A2s or whatever, before they removed the full auto. And they had the 3-round burst function instead, because the troops wasted too much ammo firing it on full auto. Yeah, I've been to Poland before. But I didn't do any shooting when I was there. But I sort of went to Warsaw for a bit, and Krakow and Gdansk and quite a few places. I was in the Czech Republic last year for a bit, and Hungary, because I was in Budapest for a few days. Right, where's the map bits there? So that's the one that goes to Zaton, where I was. That goes to Pripyat. Pripyat's going to be a bit hairy. Red Forest might be alright. Let's go all the way down to Red Forest, because that's sort of a spooky, interesting area. Alright, cool. Enjoy playing Far Cry. Yeah, I'm pretty sure next time I go on holiday I am going to definitely check up where I could do some shooting, because what was annoyed me as well was in Prague, apparently they have a big nuclear bunker there, and I'd have loved to seen that, but I didn't actually realise it was there at the time. I did see some other interesting stuff in Prague, obviously, but yeah, I did go into the Museum of Terror in Budapest, though, which is pretty interesting for people who want to actually find out about, you know, the mass murders of the communist regimes. Yeah, because the FP5 filter, mate, is one of the only filters that will fit it and is actually safe. And when I say fit it, I mean fit it properly, not you can bodge it on and damage the mask. Right, will these guys buy my mutant parts? No, he took my binoculars. And he's going to charge me that much money to get them back. Right, I'm going to have to deal with this. First, let's... I dropped them by accident and he's picked them up. So let's sell him all this stuff first. Oh, he can't afford all that much. Okay. Yeah, right. You're going to buy all this off me, mate. And then what we're going to do... save scum. There we go. Your reputation has worsened, yeah, but you shouldn't have stolen my binoculars. I didn't mean to drop them. But have they just disappeared now, my binoculars? This isn't good. I want my binoculars back. You mean ones that would... I mean, most of the ones that you get in the UK are already sort of sold by sellers in the UK. Right, I can't go over to that guy to get the stuff. Right, I've now permanently lost my binoculars because I made the mistake of dropping them, and NPC grabbed them, and now I've got no binoculars, which is horrible because, you know, binoculars are like... But yeah. Yeah, you can buy from Eastern Europe and that with gas masks. I've done that before, but most of the ones I see on UK eBay are actually coming from other places. I keep wanting to press 5 now and get my binoculars out, and I can't. Ah. Shouldn't be running from here, to be honest, because this is probably going to be an ambush spot. It depends what size it is, because obviously with helmet masks, they're called, basically you get one that's the smaller size than your head, so you stretch it and then it pulls tight to your head. All you need to do, mate, is go on eBay and look for people that ship a mask worldwide. You just need to be aware that if there's an American selling a mask in America and it's a US Army style mask, even if they say they can ship it to the UK, you might be in serious trouble if you try and order it, because they can't legally send it you, because the US covers its mask as military kind of like equipment. Oh. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Now, is the red forest... It's through the minefield, isn't it? Great, right. I'm definitely going to have to quick save here, because, good way to get blown up. Now, I think I have to walk from the post, don't I, in this minefield? I assume I walk to that sign. Then this sign. Unless the mod, unless the mines are disabled in this mod, I can't remember if they are or not, and I don't really want to find out. Right, do I run to that rock now, or to that post there? Let's try the rock. That's alright. Probably turn out now that the mines are all disabled with this mod, but Who knows? If you can get all those masks for £19 together, that's a very good price. Yeah, if you're using anything as a weapon, you can get done by the law. Like I said, I'm definitely not the sort of person that would say don't ever carry anything on you for your protection, because so I follow the laws, but I don't agree with them, especially the ones that say you can't defend yourself. Well, in this country you can technically defend yourself, but it falls into lots of different laws and everything else. So I'm not going to tell you to do something that might be illegal, but at the same time, obviously, make sure you're protected, if that makes sense. Yeah, in this mod, there's not tools in the normal places, but in normal Stalker, yeah, there's, you need to get the tools for repairs, but yeah. In this, I've got the mod in stores that all the traders can do all the upgrades, because it's quite annoying normally, the tools just turn up in random places. So if you want to get a certain upgrade, you sometimes have to spend hours and hours looking for a toolbox that might not have spawned anywhere. I really hate not having binoculars, this is really annoying me. Right, let's save and carry on. I have a feeling there's often duty in this area, and I'm a bit worried about that, because I think duty will shoot me on sight. The guy in here will repair my stuff, won't he? I know in default version of this mod, he's the only guy that will actually do all the upgrades without you having the equipment. Don't have enough money. No, I don't have binoculars, because in this mod binoculars are a separate thing. I dropped them by accident and then NPCs stole them. I killed them and couldn't take them back. Now the bandits are in this game, but in terms of cheeky breakies, but they're in the places they normally are. Alright, here we go. Let's go through the red forest and try not to get eaten. Lamont, skeleton combat, army warehouses. Radar. There's mercenaries in army warehouses, so I might as well go there. Right, let's do a quick save because I hear a gunfight going on. No, I haven't been to any shooting shows, mate. Normally there'll be somebody who actually speak Russian in one of these streams or explain cheeky breaky to you, but as far as I'm aware it's something to do with like checkers or like some sort of chess move or something. I've heard people say it means something like 1-2 you're on top or king me or something like that, but it's one of those things that still won't make... Oh, yeah, he repaired my gun, that won't shoot. It's one of those things where apparently, you know, if you speak Russian, I guess it makes a lot of sense. I'm around Oxford area, mate. I won't say any more than that. I'm going the wrong way again now. Is that a controller? Oh yeah, crap, it's a controller. Where is it? It's apparently somebody. Oh, it's that wounded guy. Okay, he's dead. Right, where's that controller? I'm at least at a wall here. Alright, is there a gate here somewhere? That'd be nice. Yeah, there we go. Right, let's get out of this crazy forest. Yeah, I don't know how long I'll be on make. I'll be on still in about 10 minutes, but yeah, don't know how long I'll be on. I think the FP5s, it really depends who you're buying them from and where. Wait, which bit does this go to? Is this the Army Warehouse one? Yeah, that's the one I wanted to go down. Good. Right, let's see what's around Army warehouses then. Again, I don't have binoculars, which I keep wanting to use. If the person's still watching who said, "Can you shoot the crows?" let's try it. Right, see if I can get him with a shotgun. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, the answer is you can shoot the crows. I got my deactivated weapons from D&B Militaria, but there's a lot less available now because they've brought in the new rules on more and more deactivations needed for deactivated rifles. So lots of stuff is a lot more expensive for guns that, you know, you can't even take the mags out and stuff like that. So I wouldn't advise getting one unless you're going to track down an old spec deactivated gun, which is still legal to buy for some reason, but they just cost more. Right, I'm just gonna roll up and see if I can actually push my way through all the freedom guys in here. As far as I'm aware, you can still buy them, because a lot of the sites that used to sell deactivated guns still sell old spec stuff, but they've just increased the price of them. So I'm guessing there was some sort of grandfathering of them into the law. But obviously, I don't exactly know how it works. few of them there. Let's run across here. Alright, quick save in here again. Anything good for me in there? Just some vodka? No, I don't need that. Ah, damn it. Right, see ya. Missing every shot now. So yeah, anybody's off. I don't know how much longer, as I said, I'm going to be streaming for, because the stream's already been going almost 2 hours now, I think. So, or was it 7:30 I started it? I can't actually remember. I think it was about 7:30, wasn't I started it? So it's on about an hour and a half. But yeah, I won't be going for too much longer. I'll probably just try and clear out this entire base and then call it a day. Let's see what I can see from that big tower. Assuming I don't get shot going up it. Oh, don't know who got me that time. No, I have no interest in playing Fortnite. I guess you missed the bit in the stream where everybody was insulting it. Is that there, or is that a bit of a body? Right, it's somebody's leg. If it's cheaper, get the West German mask, but that's if the Draeger M65 fits you, because for a lot of people they have trouble getting the M65 to make a good face seal. Right, quick, up to the top. Oh look, crap, there's not sandbags, is there, on this side, because that's the side facing towards the base. This might have been a stupid move. Can I see anybody anywhere? There's movement there. That's one down. Is there anybody in that tower? Not by the look of it. Nobody on that side. Where are they all? There's one, two. Don't know if that's easier or harder to see them with the night vision at this level. Probably harder. Alright, cool, Mike. Glad to see you back. Oh, that guy's just spinning around on the spot. There we go. Oh, that was close. Right, let's quick save here. It's a dodgy spot to do it, but it's currently alright to do it here. Right. Is that one down the track? Yeah. Right. At the moment it's easiest just to wait for one to try and shoot me and then check where the muzzle flashes and hope he doesn't hit. Oh. Shoot, somebody got me with an RPG or grenade then. No, I don't hunt. I reckon there's somebody down there, yeah. Behind a BTR or whatever it is, as you can see. There he is. Did I get him? Hopefully. Well, for a lot of people, they won't even see a notification for a live stream because it's very random if YouTube gives out the notifications or not. If there's generally a GP5 anywhere for sale, it's still a GP5. Right, 4 left apparently. One left, maybe? Two. But where are they? Is that coming from the other side of that? Yeah, there's one. Alright, let's slowly move towards where I want to go and then see if I get shot at. Right, I'll unload that and take some of the ammo because I've been shooting quite a bit up here. Never played Fortnite, people keep asking me, so don't keep asking me because I've not played it. Not the sort of game I'd play. Might be alright, lots of people say it's not, but as I said, I've not played it, so I can't really comment. Alright, did I actually hear a gunshot then, like somebody's trying to hit me again? Yeah, there he is. Oh, he's wounded. There we go. Right, quite a bit of money if I loot all these bodies. Another Galil. It's a shame they don't take scopes, otherwise they'd be quite good. But don't want to keep taking too much more stuff or I'll be totally weighed down. I definitely don't need all that ammo. Right, I'll put all the 545 to his body because I don't need that. Oh, a G3, I will take the G3. Let's unload and drop the Galil then, and then I'll have the G3. There's the... Oh, did I equip that rather than dropping it? Okay, that'll be one. Alright, let's just check in case anybody else is still alive here. It stands for something like... I know the T in it is trespass. Can I get those binoculars? Because I could really do them. Well done, Art of Self-Defense. I think he's got it right. It's basically a copyright thing. They had to call it that, though. Oh, this door's still locked, even though I shot the padlock off. That's just stupid. I mean, I know you can grab a load of this stuff from this bit anyway. Not that I have any need for it. Oh. Did I get him? Yeah, what's the question? Oh, somebody's shooting. That sounds quite far off. Charcoal was used in World War One filters. They used, I think, regular charcoal, and then they went to some sort of coconut charcoal. You can find out on Wikipedia, it says on there. I have no interest in playing Fortnite how many times. It's indestructible radio. Or tape player. Yeah, it's Call of Chernobyl. I'll probably be finishing the stream quite soon because I've been going for quite a while. It says there's a stash here somewhere though. Might as well find that before I leave this area. Is it inside somewhere? I hope the stash isn't, it's in the armory where you can't get at it. Which I bet it is. It says the stash is about here, but I can't see it anywhere. Unless it is in the armory, which I can't get into. What I could do, actually. Just see what happens. It doesn't even work properly, the grenade in there. I was hoping it would chuck all the ammo out of the room. But I've played Lost Alpha and absolutely hated that. I've got that one up again, so maybe someone's still around somewhere. I think I've played one of those really old builds of Stalker that doesn't even look anything like Stalker, where you're in Cordon to start with, but it's not the same map. And then you can go to the garbage, but it's got all like those weird hangar tunnels in it rather than being like a train station. I've neither a PS4 or Xbox One. I use a PC for the most part. Can't get games like this on PS4. Is that duty down there? I can put the ACOG on this car actually. Touch scope. Like saying that, the AR or M16 is much better because I've put all the upgrades on it, so other than damage. I mean, for damage, I think this is way higher. Yeah, by a massive amount, but... I should have upgraded my night vision, because the Gen 1 night vision isn't very good at all. But... It depends. Some of the US masks are very good. They had lots of good masks towards World War II. They had the M9, which is brilliant. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll quickly raid that duty farmstead, and then we'll call it a day for the stream. But, yeah. I mean, the Soviets had lots and lots and lots of interesting designs, but, It depends. I like a lot of old games, if you even want to call this an old game, because I suppose it's only 10 years old, isn't it? So, but, yeah, because I think most games now are just microtransaction, day one DLC bullshit. Right, my flashlight's off, so in theory it'll be very hard for the AI to see me, because obviously I think there's at least one in that house. Unless they've got night vision on, you're quite actually hard to see at night. So let's flick that back on. There is a multiplayer in Stalker, but I hear it's a bit dodgy and crap. I heard it was just full of Russian hackers, and I mean that in a legitimate method of Russian hackers, not we blame everything on Russia. But I don't think anybody really bothers playing multiplayer in Stalker, to be honest. It's a very good single-player game. Alright, let's go check out this house. Where is he in there? There he is. Oh, somebody's coming. Oh, he's got a big machine gun. Not that I really want to use that. Especially because of the weight of it. I might grab that thing he had on his AK, actually. So will that go on there? How good it does. Okay, well, here he comes. Oh yeah, it's got the really glitchy sight, which appears now and again when you shoot it like that. Yeah, it's not great. Okay, obviously I like the Second Amendment a lot because I like the US. Also, shall not be infringed. That's an important bit of it. You do know that during the time of the Revolutionary War, there was things like the puckle gun and the air rifles that could shoot about 20 shots before you had to change the air cartridge on them. So to imply they only had muskets during that period is completely farcical. Well, there are people who seriously argue that they don't think they had cannons or anything else, that only muskets existed during the time of the Revolutionary War. No sorts of artillery or whatever else, therefore the Founding Fathers only knew about muskets. It's a shame, but there are lots of people that actually try and make that argument. Is that a 9A91? Oh, it's VSK94. Ooh. SKS with a scope. Shall I take that for a laugh? Why not? Just before I quit playing this. Let's drop this. Don't want that. Detach the scope and drop the G3. Right, so SKS, eh? Yeah, I've played bits of GTA 5 online, but I've had friends who've got banned for no reason from that, so I'd never give them money or do much on it. Because if you're just going to lose all the progress because Rockstar randomly decide they're going to ban you without actually giving you a reason, what's the point in playing it? Who needs an automatic shotgun to kill bloodsuckers? I am so triggered right now. Who's that down there? Is that just a random, like, headlight? Or is there a person down there? Oh, there is a person. I haven't got my binoculars to check it out, but is it a duty? Nah, I've got no interest in trying MREs. Especially not paying for them when they'll often places sell them for £20–30 for a day's worth of rations. And that's an awful waste of money. My favourite video game is Oddworld Abe's Exodus. Nah, I'm saying I'm not that interested in MREs, mate. It's nice that you want to offer them for free, but I just don't have much interest in them. You can make your own ration packs. Weapon Collector's done some good videos on that, where he's made like homemade ration packs. Oh great, there's a dog. Nobody needs an automatic shotgun to defend from wild dogs. Problem is, all the duty guys know I'm coming now because I've been shooting the dogs. Right, visibility isn't amazingly high, so let's see if we can still sneak up on their checkpoint. Here we go. Nope, that's not a good sign, is it? They got their lights on. Yeah. They flicked them off now. Yeah, the thing is, like, if you're interested in MREs, I guess that's fine, but the issue I have is when people are paying like £15 to £30 for a day's worth of food, that is just an awful waste of money. If you want to, you can actually buy ship's biscuit or hardtack online a lot cheaper, so you could you can make rations out of that. You'd obviously need other stuff in it so you don't get scurvy, but the price, some people will actually like, oh, I bought $100 worth of MREs. You're not going to have many days worth of food for that money compared to like buying rice and like oats and stuff like that and actually just keeping them in a sealed container. Did I actually manage to get everybody of those grenades? Or have they retreated from the checkpoint? Oh, there's somebody. Now I see you're trying to hide behind them. Right, is that all of them? Alright, hopefully that's most of duty, because I know they've got a load of guys on the checkpoint, and that's mostly it. Hey, do you want to buy my crap I'm carrying around on me? Yeah, thank you for buying all that. What's a 360-degree no-scope? Is it doing that and then shooting them? Because I know some of it was that stuff they used to do in COD like that, wasn't it? Ooh, but... Oh, there's one. Look, let's do it. Ooh. I don't think that worked. Right, where's he gone? Oh, there he is. Not much point really using a SKS, is there, compared to using an actual... Oh, I thought I was getting shot at them. It's just the gun going crazy in the thing. I'll probably call that a day for this stream, to be honest now. I'll just run into the bar and I'll do a proper save of it. Oh. Ah, there we go, I'm dead. Don't know, Theresa May's destroyed the relationships of most countries the UK has, so I wouldn't say we're in that good a relationship. I'll just shoot that guy and then get to the bar and save the game. Oh, why is Loner a mercenary? Ah, fuck this. That's the problem when you're using the mod that does all the faction relations, is that you can actually legitimately be an enemy of a certain side, but then after you shoot them enough times, all of a sudden, like, all the loners declare war on you because you shot duty when you weren't playing as duty. Right, cool then, so thanks for watching everybody. I was just seeing if there's anything interesting in the chat, but there wasn't anything mostly amazing. But thanks for watching, quite a long stream tonight, so I do like playing Stalker. But yeah, so people are arguing about MREs in the chat now, so I'll stop the stream at that.